Hey collectors, Anthony from HashersNet here, and today we're going to check out Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager comic universe Tarn. He is a Megatron fanatic and sociopath, plain and simple. Tarn recites quotes made by the Decepticon leader verbatim to anyone that will listen. As the leader of the Decepticon Justice Division, Tarn will do anything to complete an assignment, and I mean anything. And this is Transformers Legacy Evolution Comic Universe Tarn. And he's another one of those where I wasn't going to get him, but then I saw how other people liked it, and I was like, damn, okay, I guess I kind of have to. Plus, I love the depiction of him in Cyberverse, so it worked out really nicely for me. He's fantastic looking. His transformation is a little confusing. The instructions do not help, but I referred to a couple of other reviewers who had got him earlier in the game, and to help explain the panel work, so that's great. So specifically Larkin and Patriot Prime both really helped me out in the transformation here. And of course here, the box here is the standard Evolution box with the paper ties and inserts, and of course he comes with the instructions that are not helpful at all and the don't hurt yourself paper. So as always, don't hurt yourself. So Tarn comes with this cannon setup here, which I really much like because it's versatile on both modes. You can do what I just did with it, or you can reposition them to be just kind of like put away. Minimal backpack too, so that's really great. The only QC issue I have is one of these keeps popping off, but I mean it's easy enough to be fixed. But I mean otherwise he's a hover tank, I guess is the best way to say it. So he doesn't have any wheels per se. It was just like, why does he even need treads? Who knows? I didn't design him. So I just like, everybody makes the same comment. He's so classic Tarn without all the extra backpack and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that is him. I really don't care too much for the universe in which he's from. So that's why I was like, okay, Cyberverse gave me the excuse to get him. He does have an articulated hand setup, so that's interesting. He is fairly light. He reminds me kind of the RAD figures as far as like the way his build is, like so minimalist. But that's actually good for him. His tank mode is just him layered on top of himself. And so first things first, I want to move the panels on his arms around. And we're going to try to do the top first because the bottom is basically put his feet on his back. We'll detach this. It's pegged in two different places, so let it just kind of go free there. And his head flips into here, if I can get it to work with me. So flip his head in, and luckily I give you this nice piece to get his head back out later. I love when they have some forward thinking on that type of thing. So basically his head is just, it's gone now. And you have to maneuver like this two-layered tank tread bit that they have going on where unplug these bits and then you have to pull out the panels and the arms kind of go into the panels. And when you try, because whenever I get a figure, I try to transform it without the instructions at first. But they were not helpful in the slightest, so whatever. So the goal is to get these up where you can put the panel on and then cover the hand. And you're supposed to turn the hand 90 degrees, so you don't have to. I frankly don't care, so whatever. Anyway, so the same bit on this side here, just get the hand the right way. Make sure that you go over the piece here because it goes underneath, and then you're basically putting the arm into the slot. Hold on, make sure that I'm at the correct angle. Making sure that this is straight, and then there we go. It's very fickle. And these slide out. Oops, no, I didn't. I was like, did I? You have to pull this up first. There we go. And then slide these out, and you're going to rotate it 180 degrees, if it'll let me. There we go. Just making sure you're off the clip here, or clip. It's like a long piece of plastic that keeps it in place. But flip it all the way around, and there we go. And I want to slide this a little bit forward, but I'm not going to lock it in yet, because now we're going to do the feet. And the feet kind of reminds me of Scorponok. So kind of like you're going to fold him over himself, if that makes any sense. And let's see. It's like, feet are straight. And just like with Dinobot, the piece kind of like pushes itself in. So you see, I am off. I cannot. The Phantom. Okay, see, now this is flat, which implies that, okay, now I should be able to attach. There's a peg here, and then that piece slides up. Peg and slide up. There we go. And you kind of push it in once you slide the piece up. Again, make sure the legs are attached. And then we got to get this working. And it's being a jerk about it. Although this might be the correct way. I don't. Where's Uganda Knuckles when I need you to show me the way? Urgh. I don't know why I thought that goes there. Apparently it just goes there. Okay. But then you take this piece and it clips into here and here. And what I want to do is change the position of the cannon. So it's like this. Though I have to admit, I do like the design of the cannons. They're different enough to be interesting, but similar enough to go, okay, yeah, they go to the same thing. And they attach like this. It doesn't like necessarily. I mean, it does this, but it's not great. It's super like there's pieces touching each other, and it doesn't make it easy to turn it around. So that's something to keep in mind. And of course, these are not like hardcore secured in. Although I realized that I have them upside down, and that might be my problem. So let's see if it changes anything. No, still there's like some type of resistance going on that I'm not catching. Maybe it's just like a little catch for it to be, you know, it's forward. But yeah, it's generally it. It's not overly complicated. Just these flaps on the arms and trying to get the correct placement of this piece here. It's confusing to say the least. But once you have it in, I mean, like you don't necessarily have to put the piece all the way down because you want to keep this free. But you can also, actually, you know what? And I just realized it. I remembered that you're supposed to flip this backwards, and then the feet. You put this back. Oh, let's see if I can get it. You put this back like this, and the feet clip into the top. There we go. Now we're good. Except I lost these sides here, so let's put those back. So if you want it to be a little bit more secure, and then you of course flip that around. If you want it to be free, you do it the way I showed you the first time. And then here's the piece that keeps coming out. So, but you can do different things with it. This comes off too easily for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I mean, otherwise these are rather decent character. Another one of those where you really can't tell it's a tank unless you look underneath, or a robot, I should say. So for a hover tank, it's fantastic. With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this item. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.